The Johannesburg Mayor just announced the new mayoral committee. Why is this committee so important for governance in the city?
This is the second phase of appointing the government of the city. The first one was electing the executive mayor, and now the mayor can appoint up to 10 councillors to help him oversee the various portfolios of local government.
And what will this committee do? What's their powers, the responsibilities?
It's the functional equivalent of the cabinet at national level. The mayor presides over it, and then these 10 councillors have responsibilities for particular areas. They're the political heads, if you like, of the public service in Johannesburg.
Now, did the mayor make any changes to the new committee compared to what it was previously?
Well, of course, all the councillors are new, so he's had to select from them. I think the division of responsibilities is largely fixed. In other words, the departments that the Metro has have not changed very much.
And now, in terms of the councillors or the new MMCs that were chosen or announced, what are your impressions? Will they be able to create a professional working city like the mayor envisioned?
The mayor stressed the technical qualifications, not just the political qualifications of the council, and that's in line with the DA's emphasis on professionally managed municipalities. So it's very much in that tradition. There's another reason for going for, if you like, a technocratic approach, and that is because you're running a coalition government. You want to de-emphasize the sources of dissension within the council by focusing on professionalism.
Speaking about that coalition, and also the mayor will need to get the support of some other minority parties who are not necessarily part of the coalition government. Will this selection of his team actually allow for that? Well,
he has 8 DA councils and 2 Inkatha councils. Inkatha is the only other party that's represented in the committee. The EFF could have asked, quite correctly, for some portfolios, but they don't want to have executive responsibility at this stage. So the mayor will rely on them for votes in the council itself, but he won't be relying on them for running of the departments of the city.
It's a huge task that lies ahead, and there's a lot of work in terms of people that are unequal in this city. Do you think that this particular team that's been assembled will be able to deal with that in the very short time frame they have available?
Well, Johannesburg has certainly lots of problems. It also has quite a lot of assets. It has money. It can do things. It's not strapped like small rural municipalities are. The question is, what efficiency gains can they get in the civil service at the municipal levels themselves, and that takes some time to develop. They are helped by a legacy from Parks Tau, who I think was the best of the ANC Metro mayors.
Do you think there will be like a constructive relationship there?
Yes, the function of the opposition is to question what a government is doing, but also to make constructive suggestions for alternatives. And if they're not listened to, then they may become the government in the next election.
Now, the mayor has asked for some patience from Johannesburgers in order to turn this ship around. Do you think there's enough patience going around?
I think there is for a time. I mean, the cut-off date will be the advent of the 2019 election. While as an incentive to de-emphasize political differences at the local level, what's happening at the national level has an impact. And the new municipal council will need to show some clear signs of advance by the time that election comes around.
Is there any advice you would like to give to the new mayoral committee?
Well, it's really to run a clean municipality. I hope we will see rather less of some of the corruption we've seen at various levels of our government. And secondly, to work on an evidence-based policy rather than ideological-driven policy approach to municipal government questions.